Today's top stories at NBR. National Party Shadow Treasurer dismisses party leadership speculation. High country farmers diversify into Auckland gift hamper business. E-commerce suited industrial assets continue to accelerate. And there's more coming right up. Kia ora and welcome to NBR Today, a wrap of the day's top business stories from the authority in New Zealand business news since 1970, nbr.co.nz. It's Monday, September 20th. I'm Paul Brennan. Thanks again for joining us. ACT leader David Seymour is quietly confident the centre-right can win the next election, even as the National Party remains in the polling doldrums. What drives Seymour's confidence or optimism is not what National is doing, but what ACT is doing. While National is stuck in the 20s in the polls, just 21.3% in a recent Courier poll, support for ACT continues to rise after its strong result in last year's election. In the same Courier poll, it recorded 14.9% support. David Seymour joined the NBR's political editor, Brent Edwards.
Labor Greens in the 40s and 50s. 6 months ago, they were in the 50s and 60s. And I think people are starting to recognise that we were mainly lucky and very isolated. Now, luck and isolation can't last forever. At some point, we have to reconnect with the rest of the world. We have to stop using debt and inflation as buffers.
ACT Party leader David Seymour with Brent Edwards. And National Party Shadow Treasurer Andrew Bailey dismisses speculation about the party's leadership and points the finger at news media for not giving the party space to spread its message. Bailey said there had clearly been a lot of media speculation about leader Judith Collins' position. He also joined Brent Edwards.
I'll tell you what, the biggest worry I have is I can't get messages out very easily. So I'm very grateful you're interviewing me today. But leading up to now, it is incredibly difficult to get the message out, and you really have to fight for media space to get it out. And that's one of the hardest things we've got as a party, but that's our job to do it, and we will persevere with it. Look, there's clearly been a whole lot of media speculation around Judith Collins. I think it's pretty unhealthy why the media, there doesn't appear to be anything new in any of the stories. They seem a regurgitation of the same story.
National Party Shadow Treasurer Andrew Bailey with Brent Edwards. One of the founders of the NZX-listed owner of second-hand car dealer Too Cheap Cars has sold $3.9 million of their shares following a retail book build on Friday. NZ Automotive Investments, which operates Too Cheap Cars and vehicle finance company NZ Motor Finance, joined the main board of the NZX in February this year. Late Friday afternoon, the company confirmed to the NZX that the sell-down had completed, with Eugene Williams selling 4,233,000 shares, or about 9.3% of shares on issue. That means the final sale was about 3.94 million, or 1 million below its target. Jeremy and Hayley Pitts handle 8,000 sheep and 500 cattle spread across 5,000 hectares of South Island high country on a daily basis. But it's an Auckland-based gift hamper company that's weighing on their minds these days. The couple are the third generation to run Mount Gladstone Station in Marlborough's Awateri Valley, but have recently branched out by buying an established hamper and flower business, About Giving, as a way of diversifying their income and bolstering the legacy of their two boys. About Giving started as a florist and has been around for some 30 years, owned and run by North Shore couple Judy and Stephen McGrath. For a long time it traded as Flying Flowers and then About Giving alongside. But the Pitts have now scrubbed the flower brand and emphasised the newer gift-centric name. The business has 3 full-time staff, but its revenue and the price paid for the company remain confidential. Investments in e-commerce suited industrial assets is continuing to accelerate beyond the 29% increase across the wider Asia-Pacific region in 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic was a major catalyst for the industrial investment surge, not only through the closure of bricks and mortar stores, but also ongoing supply chain disruption and the improvement in both value and efficiency of automation technology. NZ Post's The Full Download 2021 e-commerce review found New Zealand's total online spend in 2020 was $5.8 billion, with total transactions up 17% to 53 million. Just 11% of all transactions were online, lower than some major economies, but up on previous years. Volpara Health Technologies has formed a partnership with US-based lung AI company RevealDX, the second strategic play announced this month by the ASX-listed Wellington-based cancer detection medtech to accelerate its move into the lung cancer screening market after establishing itself as a global leader in breast cancer detection software. Volpara founder and CEO Ralph Hinem spoke with the NBR's Nicola Shepherd.
In the US, we estimate the total addressable market for breast cancer related to AI software to be around the $400 million mark, about double that kind of globally, up to about 750. In the US, again, for the lung cancer world, we see a developing market of around that $400 million of ARR and recurring revenue, and again, double that globally.
Founder and CEO of Volpara Health Technologies, Ralph Hinem, with Nicola Shepherd there. The full details of those stories and more are at nbr.co.nz right now. Tomorrow at NBR, in Margin Call, Andrew Biscand looks at the COVID impact on investors, while Rob McCulloch's monthly column looks at how to swing Kiwis right. I'm Paul Brennan. I look forward to being with you again from around lunchtime tomorrow for the morning's NBR Trending Stories. Then same time, same place, right here from 5:30 for another NBR Today.